Hello, this is Drake, and here I'm going to be talking about the history of and knowledge of bowling. I know people inside the real world know about bowling as a fun sport that you play with friends and family, but do you really know what goes into what makes a bowling ball, the oil patterns, and the history of bowling that led us up to what bowling is today? So here, I will tell you about why the history of bowling is such an effective sport and why it's such a fun and relaxed sport that people know today. So on the first slide right here, I'm going to be talking about the history. So the history of bowling, it started about 5,200 years ago in Egypt. It started off with these little balls with little stone pins that you just throw at the pins to knock them over. And then inside 1366, it moved to lawn bowling, where you take this little ball, you roll it into the what are now known as the pins today of wooden pins that you use today. And then 10-pin bowling is the very most popular sport right now. There's other variations too. There's 9-pin, candlestick, and other bowling that it's not really that popular, but the 10-pin is the very popular today. And there's so many bowling alleys across the country of America and across the world. And these are just pictures of what bowling. This was the ones with the guy rolling it is the lawn bowling. So you stand back as far from a line and you throw it 40 feet to the pins, like what American bowling is today. And how the ball is made. The ball is made by the core, because the core is molded together, and then you go to the cover stock, because the cover stock is the spherical mold that covers the core, so then it doesn't jank around a lot. And then the core of the bowling ball is connected by a pin that goes right in the middle of the bowling ball. And if you open it up, that's what it would look like on the inside. So the light bulb is a different center, like a pin. So you can see where the pin goes down is through the middle of the ball. And the different ones are light ball, spherical, elliptical, and combination of all of them. Me personally, whenever I do bowling, I use the spherical one, because it gives you enough rotation to get to the pocket a lot easier than it would be if you didn't use say the light bulb. The light bulb only has one core on the up top, so that means it's gonna roll a bit more. That's more of a common house ball. And the elliptical one is more of a sturdier one for professionals. So the oil patterns. So as I explained earlier, the rotation with the ball is how you get it to rotate to the pocket. So the oil helps grab the ball so then it doesn't slide off to the right or to the left into the gutter. And then the oil is put down after the bowling lane is closed, to put down a fresh new set of lanes. The house pattern is the most common one, because that's the one that helps average bowlers, from young ages to older ages, get to the pocket a lot easier, so that it doesn't move around that much. For my high school experience, we use sports shots, which is basically a more of a complex oil pattern, and it would get you a little bit after the oil it gets to the pocket, so you need to pick out your spot a little bit more on the lane. So on here, this is what the machine that they use to get the oil spreaded on there. And also, this is the one on the left hand on the screen is the lane is the roll 31, and the roll 31 is that it covers 31 lanes of the bowling alley, since there's 40 lanes inside of it. And the roll 31 is that you want to throw it at the 40 board minus 31, and that's the rule of 31. So you hit to the 9 board. I throw it at the between the second and third arrow whenever I bowl. And the history of bowling started very far-fetched back. So, and yeah, the oil is put down so they can help out any bowler. That's what I basically said earlier. So thank you for your time, and hopefully, if you use this knowledge out there, you can be a better bowler than you usually are today. Thank you.